Uzazure u Rwanda nk'abanyarwanda n'ukuri kw'Imana mwe Zunguru y'amarembo shenge turagendwa Uzazure u Rwanda nk'abanyarwanda n'ukuri kw'Imana mwe
Haïti, c'est belle la mer, c'est belle montagne avec belle rivière, c'est belle plage avec pied cocoyer, belle paysage avec belle couleur. Haïti, c'est sans café qu'a monté dans les matins, c'est sans la rose qui fait poser pour fléziser qu'a bourgeonner. Haïti, c'est bassin blé, cascade pichon avec sodo. C'est Acadien, la citadelle, c'est la bâtie à Marigot. Haïti, c'est la vallée, c'est Port-Sali avec Zabrico. C'est Mon la Selle, Pic Macaya, c'est Mamlade avec Mon Bilboro. Haïti, son douce macos, c'est yon point pistache grillé. Son gicolé qui pousse en force, son bouteille cola bien glacée. Haïti, son bon griot, son bon fritaille, son bon tasso, son bon légume avec sirik, son bon diri avec l'alo. Haïti, son bon bouillon, son soujou avec tout piment, son bon cassave avec mamba, pour tremper dans la casse. Haïti, son bon domboué, qu'a mariné, non bon sauce pois, son bois cochon, bon clairin. Haïti, son bon café d'histoire. Haïti, chérie, pour jamais aimer. Moi, vin déposer ticket, moi, nan men. Haïti, chérie, pour jamais adorer. Pas gen un cap, j'en fais, moi, quitter. Haïti, chérie, pour jamais aimer. Moi, vin déposer Haïti chérie pour jamais adorer. Pas gen un cap j'en fais moi quitter. Haïti son belle musique, son bon à pied, son troubadour, son kata cérémonie, son kwashi, son tambour. Haïti, c'était au goût, c'est des ancêtres qui étaient pour nous. C'est là l'esclavage t'aboli, sont tes libertés à vaudou. Haïti, c'est festival, c'est tisourit, c'est fête champette. C'est animation dans carnaval, c'est yon tizilé pas j'en fret. Haïti, son bon basic, son domino, son bon 3-7, son réveillon. Côté qui gagne bouillon, c'est la gain qui est tête. Haïti, c'est yon combi de paysans cap sec les la terre. C'est ti machin yo cap descend pour yal gourmet ak la vie chère. Haïti, c'est ti moun yo cap rêvé de yon café cap monté nan les matins. C'est sans la rose qui fait poser pour fléziser qu'a bourgeonner. Haïti, c'est bassin blé, cascade pichon avec sodo. C'est Acadien, la citadelle, c'est la bâtie à Marigot. Haïti, c'est la vallée, c'est Port-Sali avec Zabrico. C'est Mon la Selle, Pic Macaya, c'est Mamlade avec Mon Bilboro. Haïti, son douce macos, c'est yon point pistache grillé. Son gicolé qui pousse en force, son bouteille cola bien glacée. Haïti, son bon griot, son bon fritaille, son bon tasso, son bon légume avec sirik, son bon diri avec l'alo. Haïti, son bon bouillon, son soujou avec tout piment, son bon cassave avec mamba, pour tremper dans la casse. Haïti, son bon domboué, qu'a mariné, non bon sauce pois, son bois cochon, bon clairin. Haïti, son bon café d'histoire. Haïti, chérie, pour jamais aimer. Moi, vin déposer ticket, moi, nan men. Haïti, chérie, pour jamais adorer. Pas gen un cap, j'en fais, moi, quitter. gen an ka jan fè mwen kite ou. Haiti, son belle musique, son bon à pied, son troubadour, son kata cérémonie, son kwashi, son tambour. Haïti, c'était au goût, c'est des ancêtres qui étaient pour nous. C'est là l'esclavage d'aboli, son telle liberté à vaudou. Haïti, c'est festival, c'est tisourit, c'est fête champette, c'est animation dans carnaval, c'est yon tizile pas j'en fret. Haïti, son bon baiser, son domino, son bon 3-7, son réveillon, côté qui gen bouillon, c'est la gen tête. Haïti, c'est yon combi de paysans kap sekle la terre, c'est ti machan yo kap descend pou yal goumen ak la vie chère. Haïti, c'est ti moun yo kap rêve de yon bel avenir, c'est de l'eau rigole la kap descend, pa kon kote l bral atterri. Haïti, c'est un battant, un dépi après 12 janvier. C'est la boucle pour mauvais sang, chaque nom il la plus fine.
Bonsoir. Anyway, good evening, everyone. It is a pleasure to be with you all this evening. And let me first start by thanking you, my longtime friends in Rwanda, some of whom I have known as early as 2004. Many of you helped me organize this special evening. This is really a special evening. There are too many names to mention to this short speech, but notably, my deepest thanks to Maggie Bangana, mon ami Tic Dupré, Dr. Jude Barnett, qui est actuellement le doyen de la communauté haïtienne. Jude, are you still there? All right. He's the dean, because when I was here in 2004, we were about 15 Haitian experts and international community, and I'm pleased to see there's another dean. Jude has about, 3 years in the country, and so we are pleased that other Haitian working in the international sector is still serving Rwanda. A good friend is Jean-Louis Kaninongo Kondo. Thank you, Jean-Louis, for coming. I appreciate that. Janine Kayuhara is here with us also. And of course, a long-time friend, Jabo Paul, without whom this evening will not have been possible. While in the United States, we have this idea of organizing this night, and they were all on board, making contacts for us, and that's the reason why in less than a month we've been able to pull this together. But a special thank also to Kanzi Feza Ugong Rogo, gracefully and openly welcomed here in this place the first Haitian business delegation in Rwanda. Thank to her, she's really been instrumental to this activity, and we appreciate that. Since I left Kigali in 2007, after 3 years assignment with the Technical Belgium Corporation, which is now in Abel, I returned to Kigali in 2014 for 3 days. And recently, I came back to Rwanda in March, early March, to find out the country is going an incredible period of growth and moving forward on all of its main objectives. And I can tell you, as somebody who's been working in the development sector, I really feel very, very excited and very good to see all those results and all those positive impacts. And talking with the Asian delegation, I was, we were like, Kigali is under construction. So much is going on. And we think that there should be a big sign at the airport because a lot is happening here, and I'm sure you will see the fruits of your hard labor in the months and years to come. During my staying here early this month, we witnessed, unfortunately, the ultimate passing of a good friend of mine, Dr. Paul Farmer. I was here in Rwanda in March, all doing this consultation, and was shocked to heard that my friend Paul passed away. And also I had the opportunity to be with his wife, Didi Farmer, who is a compatriot. She's Haitian, and to talk about how Paul Farmer left Haiti and Rwanda. And that experience of meeting Didi here in Kigali, talking about Paul, really kind of give us the energy to start, I would say, this initiative. Paul's legacy give us the strength to continue working and build my long-term dream to link the people of Rwanda and Haiti. Because you know what? I believe we have a lot in common. We have endured great tragedy and suffering. We know how to struggle, and we are all both small countries. But we have big dreams. And last but not least, we are a resilient people. As the co-founder and former president of the largest association of SMEs, small and medium-sized business in Haiti, I have encouraged some Haitian entrepreneurs in our diaspora to come and witness the Rwanda Renaissance. And they are here tonight to present their companies, ideas, and partnerships goals. Also tonight, we are thrilled to give you a taste of authentic Haitian and Caribbean culture via our cuisine, music, and painting. Somebody was telling me, is that the salsa music is part of the Haitian? Yes, it is. The reggae, yes, it is. It's part of the Caribbean. And we are pleased that you're enjoying and you're listening to the diversity that we are bringing here tonight. And I'm pleased to hear somebody say, this is fresh air in Kigali. Like, yes, this is what we want to really bring, is fresh air and link with other culture, bring the diversity that we see going on right now in Kigali. So, without further ado, I invite you to welcome Felix Achille, one of the entrepreneurs of the delegation. And he will introduce Noma and Omran Blanchard, and of course our chef, Michel Placide, to quickly introduce to you, all of you, what they are about, what they are proposing. And again, as I mentioned, we want partnership, we're looking for partnership, because that's what we are about, to see how can we move forward and contribute to what we see. It's a great, great story. Thank you all. Felix?
Good evening to everyone. Welcome again to tonight's event, and I hope that you will leave with the impression and understanding that our presence here is to achieve a mutual business relationship between Haiti and Rwanda. As Carl mentioned, my name is Felix Achille, and I'm the president and CEO of DEG Enterprise SA. Tonight, the presentation or discussion I'm going to have, I'm going to try to break it into 4 parts, because I really want you all to understand what my company is about, who I am, and where and what we want to do with Rwanda, and more specifically, what the product that we produce. The presentation will be on a higher level because I cannot go into too much details. That has to be done on the side if anybody's interested in pursuing further discussion. Fortunately, I've met quite a few people here that have already made some great contacts, and we already have planned to move forward in some very interesting conversation. DEG Enterprise is a registered company in Haiti. Our focus is on the commercial production of agricultural products in Haiti, but also globally. And I kind of may use the word commercial. If you like a lot of the sub-development world or developing countries, a lot of farming is subsistence. And right now, if we're talking about my company and where we want to globally, we have to think about commercial production. And so that's one of the key things that I want you guys to live with here, is we're not talking about small farming, we're not talking about, subsistence farming. We're looking at value proposition to improve the value chain of an agricultural product so that we can actually make it be bigger than what it has been. What happened is that my company have developed a patent pending technology for the utilization and transformation of harvested malanga. When I use the word malanga here, a lot of people, they know what it is, but every country have a different word for it. And so the only thing that I can do is kind of show what it looks like. This is a root tuber that is grown underground and is harvested. A lot of people eat it as a food sustenance, but my company has looked at this and we have developed a technology where we can convert this product into fairly high value-added products. Some of the products that we can turn it into, we can make alcohol out of this product. We can use the starch to make plastic. We can make syrup. We can make sugar. We can make pharmaceutical products such as fiber supplement. And we can use the waste from the industrial production as animal feed. So we have gained a real wide opportunity where we can use a product that most people don't think too much about, but can become a very important product for not only Rwanda, but its surrounding countries. As you're looking at this product here, this is the first time malanga is being used as to be transformed into a high value end products. And we believe that that transformation will expand the value chain of that malanga. Instead of something that you just take out the ground to eat, and all of a sudden you can make it that become as a value chain or as much as valuable as corn, or as much valuable as a grain, and because it creates so much opportunity. The other thing that we foresee in terms of the impact of this technology, as we look at global growth of the added value products that we're making out of malanga, it will be a paradigm shift of the malanga being a sustenance product to be a global cash crop. Now, my company, as I've given you a lot of ideas of what we can do with malanga, we decided strategically to go into making alcohol with this product. And the reason we did that, when we look at the market, the global market for distilled alcohol, it's almost a $400 billion industry. And the alcohol that we're making with the malanga is the vodka. And when we look at the global market for that, it's $45 billion. So when you look at this is a really big market. It's a new product, and it's something that we can actually go in there and have the ability to enter the market without difficulty. And as we manage to do the right marketing, the right strategic thinking, we can participate in this market, not only in Haiti or in the Americas, but globally. Our vision is really to become the global standard bearer for high quality spirits based on malanga. That's what DEG Enterprise wants to do. And our mission is to become the premier malanga-based spirit distillery in the Americas, because Haiti is pretty small. In the Americas, it's the level of malanga that can be grown there is fairly low, and so we are focusing in America. But our main goal is to go where the real supply is, which is Africa. And if we can manage to create commercial growth of that market, then we can really talk about a global market. To give you a little bit background about myself here, to give you a little bit background about myself here, I've been a chemist for 40 years. I've worked and retired from the Dow Chemical Company after 32 years of service. And I've spent about the past 8 years doing research and development and creating the Citadel ultra premium vodka. You know, throughout my career as a chemist, I have to say that I've developed a true sense on how to create quality product and how to commercialize it. And so as I come in here, it's not as a novice or pipe dreamer, is that we have the background to make this thing a reality if we can achieve the right kind of partnership. And the question that, you know, as Carl mentioned, why are we here in Rwanda? My company in late fourth quarter of 2021 and early first quarter of 2022, we decided to put an initiative together, which is called the Haiti Africa Global Business Partnership Initiative. And this initiative is really to implement local and global commercial supply of quality malanga. Because when we look at our strategy of where we want to be in the next 5 to 10 years, Haiti is not going to be a place where we're going to find the raw material. The other thing is trying to drive the initiative to license the technology that we have developed to partners or global partners that want to participate in making the global growth of this technology. And lastly, we want to establish a headquarter in Africa. And when we look at places, when Carl wanted to come over here, I said, okay, I'll do that. And when I arrived, I said, man, this has got to be it. And the reason is, it's very simple. And I commend every person that born in Rwanda. Number one is security. Secondly is stability. Without those two things, you cannot have any kind of development. What I see over here is also organized, disciplined, and result-oriented people. And this is what we're looking for. I see companies that understand international norms and standards. And that's what we're looking for. We see people that have, the country has improved human capital force. And as I look at it and talking to people here, that is something that's continually being improving. And it is something that we're looking for. The next to the last one is the desired infrastructure. Compared to the struggle that we do in Haiti, compared to here, this is a really good given, and it's something that we really want to participate in. And lastly is that you guys have the Malanga here, and that's a great starting point. So in terms of what this partnership can do for Rwanda, and that's what I'm going to leave you guys with, is two things. We would like Rwanda to be first in the Africa to be a local and global commercial supplier of quality malanga. Secondly, we would like to leverage this technology in the Rwanda area in the transformation of malanga into those higher value products. With that, I will leave it here. And if anybody else wants to discuss any further.
Well, good evening, everybody. My name is Andy Numa, and I'm CEO of Automated System Consulting. And I'm going to make this as short as I can because I know Maggie's timing me. So ASC is a Haitian-American owned firm into technology. We do audiovisual installations and offices and also, but mostly, and classrooms. And education technology is really been growing this past years because when those kids get in the classroom or even out of the classroom, this is what they use. So not just education, but also in remote learning. So we have a lot of experience in this, and some of the districts we service, for example, Miami-Dade is the 4th largest district in the nation. We're talking about a very big customer, over 18,000 classrooms and over 500,000 students. But that doesn't mean that it's a one-size-fits-all. So that's why when Carl invited me to come with this delegation, my job or my goal was really to learn to listen and find out what the needs were here so that we could see how we could assist. Rwanda is a country that undergone a tremendous change. I mean, coming here, we can see this. We visited the memorial and I've spoken to the people, and I can see that there's a lot of potential for partnership. And for example, tonight, I would like to acknowledge our friends from Digital Space Media, Kizito, who with us collaborated to put the audio and visual presentation that you see here. So this is the kind of stuff that we're looking for. And I like to tell, my customers two things. Is that a technology used the right way can amplify and accelerate learning. It is critical because it is everywhere and it's not going away. Now, it may not be the latest and greatest, but it still needs to be something that is thought about and that is used. Since I have already changed a little bit of my mind and see, for example, that remote learning is really what the need is here. Not just remote learning, but learning where you can, for example, you can record a teacher doing a class and stream this back to students. So the students, wherever they are, or if it is not, so it's education on demand, so to speak. So that is already something that I'm going to take away, and when I go back to the States, I can talk to some of our partners, which are Fortune 500 companies, and say we've been to, Rwanda, and we see that they're really trying to do great things, and they have a lot of planning. I mean, it's amazing, what I've seen here, and really see, and we can generate interest and see how we can, provide some of the solutions that we're providing some of those districts to your education system or university system. I believe that can be done. And the last thing is one thing I always tell my team, my guys, my tech leads, is we are a service company. And I tell them always remember who the client is. Whether it's a classroom or a conference room or an auditorium, whatever it is. Okay? If it is a classroom, for example, our customer are not the administrators, they're not the principals or the Department of Education. Our customers are the children, the teachers, and their parents. So we always strive to make sure that whenever we do an installation, whenever we do a deployment, or whenever we provide a solution, that you will get the return on that investment. And I will complete by saying two words that I know in Kinyarwanda, Murakoze Chiane.
I'm the owner of Impact Party Arrangements, and this is an honor and a privilege for me to be here with you and to be able to give you the opportunity to experience Haitian cuisine in all its richness and diversity. Let me introduce you to the menu. First, what you had, it was, you had two things, two Haitian things. Haitian akra. They were long and it's made with inyam fritters. We had a little confusion in malenga, inyam, but but it's made with inyam. It's a crunchy appetizer. This is common in Haiti, mixed with flavorful herbs and spices, and then deep fried to a golden perfection. The second thing that you had, it's the one which was in a martini glass. It's a chic Thai called chic Thai Aran. It's like a ceviche or smoked heron, a dry heron, processed very fine, like a paste, seasoned with spices and olive oil with a kick of Scotch bonnet pepper. What you will have in the dinner, we are already ready for you. We have the Asian beet salad. It's a mixture of diced potato, carrots, beets, corn, onions, seasoned with spice, and a bit of mayonnaise. You will have goat meat. I know you are familiar to it. It's a common meat in Haiti as well. And it's a very traditional Haitian meat dish. It's marinated in chunk with sour oranges, Scotch bonnets, and other spices. Simmered until tender and put in the oven, but that one is fried. That one we will eat today. You will eat the Asian stew chicken. It's a chicken duck meat seasoned and simmered into a satisfying stew served with onion and bell pepper. We have in our menu as well an Asian pork, we call it griot. It's an Asian national dish, most loved dish and known for its popularity. It's a big chunk of pork shoulder, marinated in citrus and Scotch bonnet again, simmered until tender before frying. We usually serve it with pickles. Pickles, it's a spicy coleslaw. It's made with cabbage and carrots, vinegar and Scotch bonnet again. As rice, you will have rice and beans. That one is our national Haitian rice, cooked with parboiled basmati rice and red kidney beans, made from scratch with thyme, parsley, fresh blended Haitian seasoning base, with add spices, garlic, and a bit of vegetable oil. We wanted to give you a fried plantain. We didn't find the kind that we are used to, but we're still gonna serve it. It's a must in our culture, very popular. It's made from green plantains, pressed in a salty water and a dash of sour orange, and fried to golden. It will also be accompanied with pickles. It's a spicy coleslaw. We hope that you will enjoy our dinner. And as dessert, we have a variety of Asian sweets and a dessert called pain patate. It's made from sweet potato. So you can sit, and then after we can, the dinner will be served. Thank you.
Haïti, c'est ti moun yo k'ap revede yon bel avenir. C'est de l'eau rigole la k'ap descend, pa kon bote l'bral atterri. Haïti, c'est yon battant lan depi après 12 janvier. C'est la boucle pour mauvais sang, chaque non il la pli fin tombe. Haïti, c'est sous béton pour qu'on la vraie réalité. C'est yon qui triste, mais grâce à Dieu, c'est pas li seulement qu'a chanté. Haïti, chérie, pour jamais aimer. Moi, vin déposer tout cœur, moi, nan men. Haïti, chérie, pour jamais adorer. Pas gen an ka j'en fais, moi, quitter. Haïti, chérie, pour jamais aimer. Moi, vin déposer tout cœur, moi, nan men. Haïti, chérie, pour jamais adorer. Pas gen an ka j'en fais, moi, quitter. Haïti, c'est yon maman qui compte ça yore les douleurs. Yon femme qui jam, yon femme voyant, même s'il connaît li pas parfait. Haïti, c'est yon belle femme qui même s'il passe en pile misère, li toujours font Jean range école. Pour tout petit, li toujours fier. Haïti, c'est toute bagaille, ça yo qui fait que nous aimons. Et même si route la longue connaît, n'a toujours là pour nous aider. Haïti, chérie, ou met kouem, pa gen rien ka fèm kite ou, m'a toujours là pour chérie. Quitte musique, ça dans l'hôtel.